Hey guys, it's 2:20 in the morning and this is the time I normally would be up reading the IMDb message boards, but since they are no more, now is as good a time as ever to film a video. And since top 10 lists are popping right now, here's another top 10 list. Top 10 reasons I'm gonna miss the IMDb message boards. Number 10. Can I take my child to see it threads? I'm sure once upon a time this started out as a legitimate question by a concerned parent who really wanted to find out whether a movie was suitable for their child. However, over the years, it just became a troll thread. And it didn't matter what type of movie, rated R, NC-17, unrated, you would always see that same question. Found. Can I take my child to see this? Human Centipede. Can I take my child to see this? Serbian film. Can I take my child to see this? Martyrs. You think I could take my toddler to see this? Nymphomaniac, Volume 1 and 2. Is this suitable for a child of 8 years old? It's called Nymphomaniac. Number 9, book versus movie discussions. These were particularly good when it came to sci-fi and horror movies. There was a particularly good discussion about how the American version of Let Me In left out a really big defining characteristic of Ellie that the Swedish version did touch upon. Of course, it's a blink and you'll miss it situation, but the Swedish version actually touched upon it. There was so much discussion, and the discussion was so interesting it actually prompted me to go out and buy the book and read it. Spoiler alert, Ellie is short for Elias. Elias was a little boy who was castrated and then turned into a vampire as a child. But American audiences are not ready for two little boys cuddling. You thought you were gonna click on an IMDb message board video and not get a spoiler? Have you ever been on an IMDb message board? Number 8, thread titles that contain spoilers. For example, you could tell Bruce Willis was dead the whole time because, really bitch? And I mean that in the most non-binary way. Anybody can be a bitch. And people who put spoilers as the title of threads are bitches. Honorable mention goes to people who claim to have seen the twist coming 5 seconds in. This was huge on the forum for The Village. Okay, I can see some people might have sussed it out maybe 30 minutes into the movie. First 5 minutes? No. Same thing with The Others. Okay. Fight Club? Maybe. Goodnight Mommy? Okay, I could see that. If you watch The Tale of Two Sisters, there was some cues that were hitting the same marks. Okay, I could see you sussing that out. Old Boy? Get what they call the fuck out of here. I don't believe you. You need more people. Number 7. This is the worst movie ever. Like anyone could possibly know that, Napoleon. Unless you've seen every single movie ever made, you can never even make that determination. Never mind the fact that whether something is good or bad is highly subjective in and of itself. However, an argument can be made for Tommy Wiseau's The Room. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark. If that's not one of the worst things you've ever seen or heard in a movie, you haven't seen enough movies. Number 6, butthurt religious fundamentalists. If you feel that a movie is of the devil, don't watch it. When I see you write these thread headers, all I hear is the mother from The Waterboy in my head. Foosball is of the devil. Just don't watch it. Number 5, 100 things I learned from this movie. I will miss those threads. They picked out every continuity error, every time a movie defied the law of gravity and or physics, every plot hole, tried and true tropes that we've seen over and over and over again. I will miss those. Number 4, and I tweeted about this the other day. What am I gonna read at 3:45 in the morning after I've already watched a 2 a.m. movie? Now, when I say 2 a.m. movie, I'm talking about specific types of movies like Happiness, Short Bus, Fat Girl, Me, You, and Everyone We Know, anything by Harmony Korine, Larry Clark, or Lars von Trier. You can't just watch those movies and just go to sleep or just go on about your day. When you watch those type of movies, you have to find some type of digital therapy group where you can express your collective post-traumatic cinematic disorder. Yeah, I like that. Post-traumatic cinematic disorder. Number 3, when you notice something odd or interesting, which is a pretty small detail, but you just want to find out if anyone else noticed it too, like Walter White tapping his knife 2 times before cutting a sandwich in half in Breaking Bad, or that Fantastic Four movie where the girl's wig kept on changing. Number 2, updates and information about movies from the people that worked on them. Every now and then you might get a poster who was a PA or an extra giving you some extra information. Now and then there were even directors that would pop up and answer questions that were posed on discussion boards. Notice how I keep changing it? Like one minute it's a forum, it's a message board, it's a discussion board, it's a thread. I've been on these things since the 90s and they've been called everything. So a rose by any other name is still a rose. Second honorable mention goes to more movies like this threads. I've learned about so many older movies from threads about newer movies. I learned about Extro in the threads from Antibirth. I learned about The Others in the threads about Goodnight Mommy. I learned about Repulsion. I don't remember what thread it was on, but I will say this, it's a way better movie than Rosemary's Baby. Everyone always touts Roman Polanski as this great auteur because of Rosemary's Baby, but that movie was not as good as Repulsion. Repulsion was an excellent movie. Let me just say, he's still a child rapist and deserves to be in prison for the rest of his life. I'm just saying that Repulsion was a better movie than Rosemary's Baby. Speaking of sex offenders, I've been following IMDb boards to find out whether we're ever going to get another Jeepers Creepers 3. Anyway, my number one thing that I am going to miss about the IMDb message boards is in-depth, critical discussion about films from people who love movies. Yes, there were flame wars between racist trolls and the kind-hearted souls who thought that they could talk some sense into them, but for the most part, the average person that was on IMDb was educated, intelligent, knowledgeable, and they wrote very thoughtful, critical, comical posts. And that's the thing that I'm gonna miss the most. Anybody remember Television Without Pity or Mighty Big TV? Those are pretty good forums too. I'm gonna miss those. I used to be Sleepwalker 12 on Television Without Pity, and on IMDb, first I was Lady Shasha, and then I changed to What Did I Just Watch, and I've been that for the last few years. If anybody wants to talk to me about horror, sci-fi, and thriller movies, you can hit me up on Twitter. I'll put my handle right there. I also have a website called whatdidijustwatch.com where I write movie reviews that no one reads. And since now it is only just about 2:38 in the morning, I still have time to watch a couple more movies, and I'll probably just start recording more reviews of the movies that I watch because there's no one to talk about movies with anymore. Give me a thumbs up if you like this though. Bye.